What is WordPress? WordPress is a CMS, wow, a content management system. But basically what that is a system to create websites really fast. So it's originally you had to go and code everything in something called HTML and to get your website up and running. And obviously, anybody that didn't know how to code back in the late 90s and early 2000s couldn't have a website or had to hire some programming guru to get it, and that was very expensive. So luckily, in the early 2000s, blogs came about, like Blogger and WordPress and now Tumblr and some other blog systems that allow you to not to post stuff without having any coding skills, right? So and they call some of these content management systems. So it's just a fancy name to any system that you can access through the internet and change the content, what they say, dynamically without you having to know any coding skills. So basically, like you create a Word document. I mean, it's a little bit more complex than the Word document, but it makes it a lot more simpler. The bottom line is that you don't need to be a programmer to create content online anymore, and that's really good news. But still, you need to know how to use WordPress, right? Just let me give you a little bit about the history of WordPress. It was created by this guy, Matt Mullenweg, and he was only 19 years old when he created it, and obviously a very smart kid. So in May 27, 2003, he released the first version of WordPress, and it rapidly became very, very viral. And people loved it because it was very easy to use, and it was free, and people could change it, and it was just an awesome thing. And it just became so popular. They said about 14% of all the top websites today use WordPress. And there has been over 32 million downloads of this system, of this content management system. So if you're going to use a content management system, if you're going to use a system to create websites, you gotta try WordPress because it's very popular and a lot of people use it, which means there's a huge community supporting it and makes it and everybody's trying to work together to make it better and better every time, and it's making it more secure every time, and it's a very stable platform now after several years. Definitely one of the best options to create your website. And there's something really cool about WordPress that you should know, is that it's open source, and that basically means it's free for all that matters to you. But it also means that if you're a developer, you can change the code, you can do all kinds of it, as long as you give credit to the original people that have worked on it. Obviously, Mr. Mullenweg, Mr. Mullenweg himself, then it's all good, and that's fantastic. And that's all I wanted to say about WordPress. It's just it's a great tool, and we should be thankful to Matt for having created this and allowed millions of people to be able to create websites for free. And life is good. Thanks, Matt.